Why is it that the saddest songs, the most heartbreaking movies, can sometimes feel good? You're curled up on the couch. The credits are rolling on a film that just shattered your heart into a million pieces. Tears are streaming down your face. You're feeling a profound sense of sorrow for the characters you just lost. And yet, underneath it all, there's a strange, quiet comfort, a feeling of release, even pleasure. It's a paradox that lives inside so many of us. The comfort we find in sorrow, the beauty we seek in tragedy. It seems counterintuitive. In our daily lives, we actively avoid pain and sadness. So why do we willingly press play on experiences designed to make us weep? Why does our brain interpret these tears not as a failure, but as a source of profound relief? To understand this, we need to look deeper into the fascinating psychology of our emotional world. First, let's talk about brain chemistry. When you experience strong emotions, especially sadness from a movie or a song, your brain can get a little confused. It registers the emotional pain, but it also knows that you aren't in any real danger. Think of it as a false alarm. In response to this perceived distress, your brain does something remarkable. It releases a cocktail of neurochemicals designed to make you feel better. The most famous of these are endorphins. Endorphins are your body's natural painkillers, and they have a mood-boosting effect similar to morphine. When you're deep in the sorrow of a story, your brain releases these endorphins to help manage the emotional distress. This is what creates that warm, calming sensation that washes over you after a good cry. You get the emotional release of the sadness, followed by the gentle euphoria of your own brain chemistry rushing in to comfort you. It's not just endorphins. Studies suggest that emotional tears themselves contain hormones like prolactin. Prolactin is known to promote feelings of attachment and calm, counteracting the mental pain. So, when you cry, you are literally releasing stress hormones and inviting calming ones to take their place. Think about the feeling after an intense workout, that runner's high. A similar neurochemical process is at play here. You put your body through stress, and it rewards you with a flood of feel-good chemicals. In the same way, you put your heart through a fictional stress, and your brain rewards you with a gentle, comforting high. You aren't addicted to the pain, you're seeking the relief that follows. This brings us to our second point, a concept that dates all the way back to the ancient Greeks, catharsises. Aristotle, in his Poetics, used the term catharsis to describe the process of releasing and thereby finding relief from strong or repressed emotions. He argued that the purpose of tragedy is to arouse pity and fear in the audience, allowing them to purge these emotions in a safe and controlled environment. When you watch a tragic play or a heartbreaking movie, you are participating in a 2,500-year-old tradition of emotional cleansing. Let's make this real. Imagine you've had a stressful week. You're bottling up frustrations from work, anxieties about the future, maybe some unspoken grief. These feelings are simmering just below the surface. Then, you watch a movie where a character experiences a profound loss. As you empathize with them, your own stored-up sadness finds a channel. You cry for the character, but you're also crying for yourself. The key here is safety. The sadness you feel is vicarious. It's happening on a screen, not in your life. This emotional distance allows you to experience and process difficult feelings without the real-world consequences or anxieties that would normally accompany them. It's a simulation. You get to touch the fire of grief without getting burned. This emotional release can leave you feeling lighter, as if a weight has been lifted. It purges the negativity, leaving you in a state of renewed emotional balance. The screen gives you permission to feel, and in feeling, you find freedom. Now, let's zoom out from our internal chemistry to our place in the world. Why do we feel so connected to a sad song written by someone we've never met, or a fictional character's struggle? The answer lies in our fundamental human need for connection. Sadness, at its core, can be an incredibly isolating experience. When we're going through a hard time, it's easy to feel like we're the only one who has ever felt this way. Sad art shatters that illusion. When you listen to a melancholic song, and the lyrics perfectly articulate a pain you thought was uniquely yours, you feel seen, you feel understood. That artist, from miles away and maybe even years in the past, is telling you, you are not alone. This creates a powerful sense of connection and empathy. Fictional stories work the same way. By empathizing with a character's struggles, our mirror neurons fire, allowing us to feel a version of their emotions as our own. This process does something beautiful. It reminds us of the universal nature of the human experience. Love, loss, grief, and hope are threads that connect every single one of us. Furthermore, engaging with tragedy can actually make us feel more grateful for the good things in our own lives. Studies have shown that watching a sad film often leads people to reflect on their own close relationships, boosting feelings of gratitude and happiness. By witnessing a fictional loss, we are reminded of what we have to hold on to. Sad stories don't just show us pain, they illuminate the profound value of love and connection. Finally, there's a concept in psychology known as benign masochism. Now, this isn't about seeking out genuine harm. Benign masochism refers to the enjoyment of initially negative experiences that our brain falsely interprets as threatening. Think about the thrill of a roller coaster or the burn of spicy food we enjoy, the rush that comes from our body being fooled into thinking there's danger when we know we're perfectly safe. Enjoying sad art is a form of emotional benign masochism. We allow ourselves to dip into feelings of sorrow, all while our rational mind knows that everything is okay. This creates a fascinating interplay between our primal emotional response and our higher cognitive understanding. The pleasure comes from this very conflict, from experiencing a safe threat and mastering it. It's the realization of mind over body. This allows us to appreciate the full spectrum of our emotional capacity. Life isn't always happy. It's complex, messy, and filled with a mix of joy and sorrow. Art that reflects this complexity feels more real, more profound. It honors the bittersweet nature of existence. There's a deep beauty in melancholy. It encourages introspection, it helps us process our experiences, and it allows us to see the world with greater depth and empathy. Embracing sadness through art isn't about wallowing in misery. It's about appreciating the richness of the entire human emotional landscape. True emotional maturity isn't about being happy all the time. It's about finding meaning in every feeling. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for that sad movie or queuing up that melancholic playlist, know that you're not strange. You are engaging in a deeply human, psychologically beneficial act. You are triggering your brain's natural comfort mechanisms, allowing yourself a safe emotional release. You are connecting with the shared story of humanity, and you are appreciating the beautiful, complex, and bittersweet nature of life itself. Our tears are not a sign of weakness. They are a testament to our capacity to feel, to empathize, and to connect. In a world that often pressures us to put on a happy face, choosing to engage with sadness on our own terms is an act of emotional wisdom. It's how we learn, how we grow, and how we heal. So go ahead, press play, and let the tears fall. They might just be the very thing you need to feel whole again. Do you have a go-to sad movie or song that always brings you comfort? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to know what resonates with you. And for more insights into the psychology of your everyday life, make sure to follow. Thanks for watching.